Good evening, families. This is Mrs. Voss. I'm just going to give a couple families a minute to get on before we start our event. Just a couple more seconds. I see that we have some families that are logging on. Thank you so much for joining us. So nice to have you live. I see our attendee numbers are going up. You're doing great. Thanks for joining us this evening on a Thursday night. I know you have had a busy week, but you're doing great. All right, I'm going to get us started. So thank you so much for joining us this evening for our community engagement event. We know that it's been a very exciting week of school, and I want to begin by saying thank you for being so patient and supportive with our students and helping them to log on and get your student ready for learning. We appreciate your grace and your kindness with us, and together we know that we are Magnolia Strong. So tonight we're going to focus on two learning platforms that many of you had the opportunity to preview with your child, itsLearning and Microsoft Teams. And we are having this community engagement event, and the first presentation that we will have will be an event with itsLearning and Microsoft Teams, and we're going to begin with the presentation and then have a question and answer session. And on the right-hand side of your screen, you will see the question and answer box. This will be open throughout this presentation. Please include your first name and your last name so that if we do not have the opportunity to answer all of your questions, we can get back to you at a later time. You will not see your questions pop up immediately, but no worries, we are receiving them. So this evening here with us to discuss itsLearning, we have Miss Meekins, and Miss Wheeler is also here with us to discuss Microsoft Teams and our learning videos. Finally, Miss Stamm will wrap up this evening with some information about Title I and the parent survey. But tonight I'm going to start out with a conversation with a little bit of information about digital citizenship. We all want our Magnolia students to be successful members of our community in this digital world. And it's important now more than ever that our children are engaging appropriately and safely online, and that they are practicing digital citizenship. And as you can see on the screen, this is what a student will see when they enter a Teams meeting. Many of you have seen this week. And it's important for them to use the camera and mute button to ensure that they are entering the room without disrupting others. But it's also important for them to know how to turn these off and on as necessary. So for example, they may want to answer a question, or if their puppy jumps into their lap. So we know that we have to expect the unexpected during Teams meetings. But we also want our students to be respectful. So when a teacher is in the middle of her lesson, it's not the best idea for them to begin showing the class their LOL doll. So today, my friend Kyrie joined Miss Davis and I for a little Teams meeting with just the three of us to show us what not to do. And I just want to thank Kyrie and her mom for helping us out with this little impromptu meeting. So here you can see Kyrie showing all of her friends what not to do with some of her toys. She's showing you that if you're in a Teams meeting, it's not a good idea to show all of your toys in the screen. So thanks, Magnolia parents, for helping to talk to your child about what to appropriately display in your screen during learning. And here you can see Kyrie is showing us, what she's used her favorite GIFs in the chat box. Teachers have taken the opportunity to discuss the proper use of the chat box with students, including using school-appropriate language. So please remind your child when logging into the HCPS network and that all information is shared, both written and verbal, that it should be appropriate. We also want them to share words and images that pertain to learning. This week, our teachers have provided support to students as they enter into this new learning environment to support them. We've provided daily lessons on digital citizenship, expectations and routines such as muting your microphone and appropriate use of the chat box. Now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Wheeler to share some additional details about Microsoft Teams.
Hello families, Miss Wheeler here. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to use some features in Teams that will be helpful and necessary for your child. We are going to access Teams through itsLearning since that's how the links will be shared. So I'm currently looking at a first grade library lesson as a student, and as you can see, there's a start button. So I'm going to push start. I have my video, but then the next page says join Microsoft Teams meeting. When it's time to join the meeting, you click on the link and it's going to ask how you want to join it. And this depends on what kind of technology your child is using. If you have a laptop for them to use, you can open the actual installed app, especially our 4th and 5th graders. So I'm going to do the same. That's what I'm going to do, is open Microsoft Teams. If you are working on a phone, you may just use the browser. So I'm going to open Microsoft Teams, and you can see my video and my sound is on. Now, I don't want my sound to be on when I join the meeting, so I'm going to push the microphone off, and you know it's off when it has that slash across it. If you don't want your video on, maybe you're joining a few minutes early, or the teacher has asked for the video to be off, we're going to go ahead and push that, and you know the video is off because there's that slash. When it's time to join, you're going to push join now, and it will connect you to the meeting. Now, I'm the only one currently in this meeting, but I can still show you some of the features. So I know that I want my video on because my teachers told me to keep my video on. Another feature that we think is important is the background. As you can see, my background is blurred, so you can't see what's happening behind me. For your child to do that, you go to the 3 dots that say More Actions. I have a lot of options, but everyone has this Apply Background Effects. When you click on that, it gives you all these choices. I just want to blur it, and your teacher is going to give you directions. Sometimes you might choose a different one, but for most of the time, we're going to blur. You can preview it so you know what it's going to look like. Down in the screen, you can see that it blurred it, and then you're going to apply and turn on video. That way, if your house is a mess or you are walking by, nobody can see what's happening behind your child. The other important thing that your child is going to want to need to have on Teams is the chat. So at the top, and your bar may be at the bottom, is this feature that says Show Conversation, and that'll bring a chat up on the side. Now, teachers are going to talk about good etiquette when using chat, but the teacher may ask something like, give me a thumbs up in the chat. To do that, you have this emoji button, and that has all these emojis. You could give the teacher a thumbs up and push send. The other feature that it has is you can ask the teacher a question. So the question could be, when will the live lesson start? And the teacher can respond that way. We are going to have some lessons on good etiquette. We want students to use the chat for educational purposes, not for chatting with their friends during the lesson. Again, your teacher may ask for the video to be turned off or the microphone to be turned on to share. Those are the 4 most important things. So let's just go over them one more time. So there's the microphone off and microphone on, video on, video off. There's the background, which you get to the 3 dots. Apply background effects. I'll do another one just for fun. We'll go to the beach, preview it, make sure you like it, turn it on. And then the chat feature is the other one that will be used a lot. And that brings the chat up on the side. Hopefully this helped with 4 very important things that will be used frequently in Microsoft Teams.
And next, we're going to continue to hear from Ms. Wheeler, who is going to showcase how we get on YouTube to find some learning videos.
Hello, families. Ms. Wheeler here. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to use some features in Teams that will be helpful and necessary for your child. We are going to access Teams through itsLearning since that's how the links will be shared. So I'm currently looking at a first grade library lesson as a student, and as you can see, there's a start button. So I'm going to push start. I have my video, but then the next page says join Microsoft Teams meeting. When it's time to join the meeting, you click on the link and it's going to ask how you want to join it. And this depends on what kind of technology your child is using. If you have a laptop for them,
bear with me, families, for just 1 minute. Let me go back to pulling up the video so I can pull up the video for Miss Wheeler. Thank you for your patience.
Fabulous Magnolia families. I know we're all excited to start school on Tuesday, September 8th, and I just wanted to point out where our families would go to access the learning videos that teachers are tirelessly working to create. When you log on to your device or your smartphone, the most important thing is that our videos are all on YouTube, so you can access them from any kind of device. You're going to want to go to our school website. So on the device, I'm going to go to Google Chrome. Our school website has a funky name. So if you Google Magnolia Elementary.
I'm so sorry, families. There we go. Let me try this again. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Magnolia families, I know we're all excited to start school on Tuesday, September 8th, and I just wanted to point out where our families would go to access the learning videos that teachers are tirelessly working to create. When you log on to your device or your smartphone, the most important thing is that our videos are all on YouTube, so you can access them from any kind of device. You're going to want to go to our school website. So on the device, I'm going to go to Google Chrome. Our school website has a funky name. So if you Google Magnolia Elementary School, it actually does, says school. It's this website that says maes.ss18.sharpschool.com. And when you go to our website, it looks like this. And there's a lot of important information, but today we're going to worry about academics. When you click on academics, you see on the side grade levels, special areas, specialists, and enrichment. We're going to go to grade levels. And for today, I'm going to work in grade 4, but whichever grade you click on, it looks the same. Distance learning videos for the grade. When you click on that, it will direct you to YouTube. The videos on YouTube are under each grade level's each grade level's channel. So these are all of the videos that they've uploaded. And for now, it's just Miss Wheeler's Get to Know You video. They will have the content and the date. So you'll want to keep an eye on the date. You do not need to watch all of the videos for the week in one sitting. So if you wanted to watch the video, you simply click on it and it should start playing. We're not going to watch the whole video.
Hi, my fabulous Magnolia students.
Another way that you can access our videos is from itsLearning. So you can go, if you have access to a device, you can go to itsLearning. And this is not how I want to do it. I'm actually going to log in as a student. When you get to itsLearning, you may need to log in with your Harford County login. I'm going to use Miss Jade. And your password, and you're going to sign in. These are all of Jade's courses. So if you're looking for your media lesson, it would be here, your phys ed, your art, your music, your homeroom, if a teacher has posted a video, science, or reading, and continue. For this, I'm going to use media just because I know I've got a video uploaded. So when Jade clicks on media, and she pushes start, the very first thing that will come up is the YouTube video for media for the lesson. And again, it will direct you back to YouTube. I hope this helped you access the YouTube virtual learning videos.
Okay, families, and the next person that we're going to be hearing from today. We are going to be hearing from Miss Meekins, and she is going to be sharing about itsLearning with us. Just bear with me for 1 second, families, as I navigate to that video for you to see. As a reminder, you can be, any questions that are coming up, you can be popping those questions in the Q&A as they're being monitored at this time as well.
This is Miss Meekins. Hi Magnolia families, this is Miss Meekins, and I am going to show you how to navigate to itsLearning and how to use it. So first you're going to open your internet browser. I prefer Google Chrome over anything else. And then you are going to click on the itsLearning tile, and it's going to prompt you to log in. So it's going to be your child's first name, last name at student.hcps.org. And then their password is going to be capital M, lowercase e, and then their PIN number. And then you're going to come up to this page and you're going to hit courses. And then you can see that they have all of their courses here, everything that they need to access. So if we go into one of the courses, we will go into reading. We have all of the tasks here. So today, this is today's lesson, and we're going to hit start. This is called a playlist. And this is just a link to help get into the Teams meeting for live, a question about what they want to think about. And then if we go into another course, it's going to be set up the same way. If we go into teacher introductions down here, it was just another lesson that was for a social studies lesson. And you have the teacher introduction video that they're going to watch, and this is going to be up to 15 minutes normally, but today was the first day. And then they're going to go to the next assignment, which is the link. Sometimes there could be a Padlet or some type of activity in between to fill in time for that 15-minute pre-recorded session or to prep for what is needed for the link. And then your student can just click on the link to join into their Teams meeting. Each teacher may do it a little differently, so if there's ever a concern or question, please reach out to your student's teacher. And then to get out of the playlist, you're just going to hit the X. And then one of the most important things is as a parent is to look at this follow-up and report section, because it's going to show you what your child has completed and hasn't completed. So if you hit on status reports and personal report, it's going to show what your student has and has not read. So you can see what the student has not done and has done for today. And then if you go back to status and follow-up and hit gradebook, if your teacher is choosing to use the gradebook, your grades will be in there, but not every teacher will, because most of our stuff is on Home Access Center. So this is just kind of how to see what your student is doing from each day. On the teacher side of things, we can see when the last time they logged in and how much time they spent. So if they're saying, oh, I did that, it says red, but we see that they're only on there for 2 minutes. We know that it's not appropriate if there was a 15-minute lesson pre-recorded. And then other things you can do on here is if you go to apps and tools, it can also give you all these direct access links that your student can have, and there's no additional sign-in. They can just click it and it will take them to it. So like math, for example, this will take you directly to the SABIS website, and then they can do their math work. So again, courses, how to navigate home, courses, and then again, all their classes that they are currently enrolled in. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask at the end of the session. And if you have questions other than tonight, please ask your child's homeroom teacher.
All right, families. So thank you for your patience with me as I navigate. This is our second live event that we have done at Magnolia, and so I'm still learning. So thank you so much for your patience. I just want to reintroduce myself. I know my picture was shown, but I'm Christine Stamm. I'm the Title I teacher specialist here at Magnolia Elementary School. And I also want to give you guys a huge shout out. I can't thank you guys enough for your patience and grace over the last couple of days as we explored and got connected on virtual learning for this school year. This evening, we showcased itsLearning, Microsoft Teams, and how you can access YouTube to watch the videos. I'm going to share one more thing with you. So just bear with me. So this here, let me skip through these, sorry. Okay, so this here is a chart that is showcasing the decision-making opportunity that you guys took as a family. I want to thank you for taking the time to complete the family learning survey that we sent out. And thank you for taking advantage of the decision-making opportunity by completing this survey. So based on the results of the survey, we offered this live event. The yellow arrows that are highlighting the purple and the blue are the two topics that we covered tonight. The orange bar is helping your child getting connected with reading and writing, and that is going to be our next session on October 8th, the one where we all read and write. So please make sure you look out for that link closer to the date, and please make sure you join us on our October 8th at 7 o'clock for the Reading and Writing live Microsoft event. So at this time, we're going to open up the Q&A and some of the questions that we have. I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Voss.
So, hi families, we're back again. So we do have some questions for our folks that are here tonight. If you are with us and you have questions, feel free to continue to put them in our question and answer, and we'll be happy to answer them. So Ms. Wheeler, I think I have some questions for you. The first question is, I'm having trouble joining Teams. What is the problem?
So there are a couple ways to join Teams. One of the ways is to download the app, and you can get the app on a tablet, on a smartphone, and you can have the app on a desktop computer or laptop. So that's step one. If you do have a computer, the best way to access it is using the desktop app to access it, and especially if you have access to the start page on HCPS going through Office 365.
So I have one more question for you, Ms. Wheeler, while you're here with us. The next one is, I'm using a home computer and having trouble getting into itsLearning.
So again, that's start.hcps.org is the best place to go for all of the Harford County websites and web pages and tools that we're using. So if you go to start.hcps on your computer, there's a tab for itsLearning. When you click on it, it will direct you to sign in with your Harford County login. So for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, that's that first name, last name at student.hcps. For our K through 2 students, it's your PIN number at students.hcps, and all passwords by now should have been changed, and they should all be capital M, lowercase e, PIN number. And if that doesn't work, let me know.
Awesome. Okay, 2 questions for Ms. Meekins. You're up next. The first one is, what if I can't find my courses?
If you can't find your courses, you'll log into itsLearning by going to start.hcps.org and then going to the home page, and then you can click the courses tab if you're on updates, or you can go to the courses up at the top and it'll be a drop-down menu of all the courses. And if that doesn't work, you can reach out to your teacher and she can help you with that.
And then I have another one here. This is a new one, Ms. Meekins, but I know you
Okay.
can answer this one. Will the homework be posted on itsLearning?
There will not be any homework at all posted on itsLearning.
Okay, and that's because right now HCPS isn't giving any homework, so it won't be on there, will it?
No, not at all. No homework for anyone.
Right. Okay, next one for you is, I can't find my class meeting links.
So if you can't find your class meeting links, I know a lot of teachers have their schedules posted with hyperlinks in the homeroom page, so you can go there to find the links to the page, or just reach out to your teacher if you cannot find it on the homeroom page or they do not provide you with any type of schedule with the links on it.
And last one for you, Ms. Meekins, and then we're going to head back to Ms. Wheeler. What if my computer stops working? Oh my goodness, I will miss a whole day of learning.
If you miss a whole day of learning for whatever reason, you can always go back to itsLearning to watch the lessons on there, or you can go to YouTube because they will always be up there and they won't ever be taken down from the YouTube page.
Okay, and then now we're back to you, Ms. Wheeler, to finish us up.
I'm ready.
All right, who do I contact if my login is not working?
Well, you can reach out to your teacher or Miss Wheeler. You can email me, kimberly.wheeler@hcps.org, or your teacher can reach out to me. But either the classroom teacher or Miss Wheeler, either one of us, can certainly help you with your login. Sometimes they get weird and need to be reset.
All right, and the last one for you is, should my child stay in the meeting if they're having a problem with their camera or their microphone or something like that is not working?
Absolutely. If you have come to the meeting, we do not want you to leave. If you're able to chat with us and tell us that something isn't working, the teacher will work with you. You can send an email. I know a lot of teachers use Remind. Just reach out, let us know that the camera or microphone aren't working, and we can make arrangements for your child during the lesson.
So that's all the questions I have for you. I think there's one more final question for me. So the last question really pertains to what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So are students supposed to be going to their class meetings? What if they need to get in touch with their teacher? So tomorrow there are no class meetings to attend on Fridays, but there are office hours. So if you need to get in touch with your teacher, teachers have office hours from 9 until 11, and you can reach out to your classroom teacher to receive that support. And many of our teachers have different ways that they're having you sign up for their office hours. So that is something new that we'll be having every single Friday, 9 to 11. And there are videos for teachers that you can log on to and complete those tasks, but there aren't any live meetings on Fridays. So that is all we have this evening. I'm checking and I don't see any additional questions in our chat. So we hope that you have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us for our live event. As Ms. Dom shared with you, our next live event will be in October, and that will be focused around reading, because that's what you shared with us that you'd be most interested in. And the one after that, just to give you a preview, will be focused around math. So have a wonderful night. Thanks for all of your patience again with learning this week, and we will see you soon. Have a great night. Bye.